Alright, everyone, welcome back to the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, and I did a thing. We're gonna preface this with, you're sometimes, as a content creator, you can't be above admitting that someone else had a better idea than you, and unfortunately this time that person was Egnard's. He had a better idea. We were discussing, the era battle for Jedi Vanguard. And the thing is, this era battle is kind of unique because the Relic 9 materials in the Omicron are actually earned in the Relic 7 tier. So the only thing that the Relic 9 tier gives you is 2,000 crystals. And I was like, I just don't know if that's worth it for me. And he's like, what do you really need? And I was like, and again, when he said that, I was like, he's right. Because I tell him this all the time, that when I look at a farm, I really just value it based off of the blue signal data. Like green signal data, white signal data, even the Relic 9 materials, they're not as big of a deal as the blue signal data to me. Blue signal data right now is my limiting factor. That is the thing that keeps me up at night. That is what gives me the most cause for concern is, do I have the right amount of signal data? And we did the math, and it basically comes out that that 2K crystals after 3 events, I will have earned back the blue signal data. Now, of course, it's not like I'm going to get 3 events tomorrow. It may take more than a year. We don't really know how often they come back. But I thought about it in the sense of the way that I look at my roster. It's like, why wouldn't I do this? It's something that'll just help me in a little bit in TB, PvP a little bit. But, 2K crystals for 2 Relic 9s, it's not the worst investment. So we went and we did it. I put a Relic 9 on both Jedi Master Mace Windu and Depa Balaba. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to do this event here and then hopefully encourage you guys to kind of think similarly as you get to the end game. That sometimes it's not about that, what I'd call direct return. That I'm not going to directly get any Relic 9s from this. I'm not going to get any signal data directly from this. But those 2,000 crystals, obviously over a longer period of time, will definitely help out. And the ROI you're getting from this for how long it is, it's very similar to how a lot of you justified the Peridia Patrol and how you justified the, Duel of the Fates and how you justified, even like the earlier assault battles. All of those things, the justifications that you used are longer return than what I'm looking at this one for. So, I do think this is a good choice, and I want to give Egnard's his credit. And I also want to give a massive shout out to Zangster in my guild for testing that Mace and Depa work, because I didn't want to spend Relic 9 materials and then find out that it was not going to work. So let me know what you guys think down below, and let's get into our video. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to do Mace and Depa in this era battle. So there we go. In terms of modding, these are just my normal mods I have on the characters. So nothing I'd say nothing super special here. Like we're not breaking the bank with either of these two. So we're just going to go in and we're going to figure out how to do this. Alright. Let's go to the special one. Yep, do this. Jeez Louise. That guard hits. I've heard this guard hits, extremely hard. Okay. Nice. All right, let's see if I did this right at the start. I know you want to take out this first guy because he's the, yeah, okay, let's get rid of all that garbage. Yep, there we go. All right. And I think from here, I should just be able to do... Ooh, they still hit hard. Okay, they still kind of hit hard. We'll take out this guy, and then we'll just go basics. Call her to assist with this one. Okay, he's dead. Alright. Depa, Mace. Here we go. so now we're up to Sidious here. So we're going to go ahead and use this. Get us some foresight. Yep, there we go. That works. Yep, we'll take that. Okay, foresight again. Boom, there we go. All right, 2K crystals in the bank. That wasn't too bad. That was not too bad at all. So we'll take that. 2,000 crystals. The credits don't really matter. So, again, some of you might be sitting there thinking, like, Phil, that was a waste of resources, you know. But again, I said my bottleneck is primarily on that blue signal data. Those crystals will help offset that. If I want to buy some extra packs, that will help offset that. And this is going to kind of feed into something that I talk about with, you know, where my bottleneck is. You know, blue signal data is a big part of that. But with the way that I'm spending crystals now in the era content and signal data cash packs, you know, even if this is only a couple times a year, that just does help offset. It's extra crystals I did not have before. So I feel like this is an investment that obviously long-term is going to end up paying off. And eventually maybe I'll build them to Relic 9 for, you know, other Relic 9s for territory battles. But we're definitely a long way off from there. Because we've definitely got to start saving some Relic 9 materials here. As I look at the account and just kind of the state of it, you know, I want to make sure that we're saving. Because while we've got some stuff hoarded here, while we've got some things ready, you got to think we should be hearing about the next raid soon. I do have a Relic 10 that I have in mind that I would like to do. And then I've also just got to continue to push in areas that are a little bit more beneficial to PvP than Jedi Vanguard, looking at Maul, Hate Fueled as we get closer to unlock there. But I wanted to make a quick video out of this, just give you guys kind of to, you know, open up your minds a little bit to some perspective, you know, and maybe, you know, hopefully Agnards doesn't realize that I post this, even though I'll tell him that I did. You know, but yeah, like you know, don't ever think because you're at a certain point in the game that you're not above asking for advice or having somebody else's opinion. Maybe be a little bit better. Like, he was kind of like, do you really need this stuff, Phil? Like, you know, and it kind of hits you, you know, like a kick in the stomach a little bit, where you're like, all right, yeah, maybe you're right. Like, I just need to not be an idiot. Because obviously my approach, I'm very much on the direct side of ROI. And I wasn't thinking as much about the indirect here with, okay, those crystals can help offset other areas that maybe I need a little bit more attention in. So let me know what you guys think down below. Like, subscribe, comment. I love you all. May the force be with you, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers, my friends.